I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while.
In that case, I'll go order for us first.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring
You, sure have your own. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the cereal
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us...
Right? Yet it was because...
Ugh. If only that guy...
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the... To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might... It's not that I don't have faith in their... It's easy to guard against, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula... Those highfalutin... It's alright. Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended.
I see. So, I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed...
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well...
Guess that's Spina di Rosula.
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to... I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to... All right. I can personally testify that this one works. When I...
That might work.
Valid point. I overlook... All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... you did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know...
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon.
No, it's fine. We're just about...
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll...
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... normal. You know, like you.
Okay. As for
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. But...
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're... in any case, I wish you smooth sailing.
See ya! Born of ice and frost. There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? Ugh. That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache? Vache.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Hey, Traveler! Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache, are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their... I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me. And I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be. No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so, as I was submerged in the waters. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, it was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navi is outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually—
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but
Sorry,
Whatever. What else do you know?
I doubt I know much more than you. But I believe that the mastermind— Your performance tonight will almost—
And what about these Gardamen?
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I can only conclude that some—
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating, no— Regardless.
I do not think that they'll strike again any—
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could—
I know, I just— She's—
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. As such, we're still part—
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnet.
If it were me, I—
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest,
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Cool.
yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did...
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases that the Fanta tasted kinda salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordials?
Yes. So if you had—
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to invest— That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the Traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing to—
new intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, but he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial sea. Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the...
You talk too much. Well, in that case, we also have some plans to go over.
Don't worry, you two. With us...
Nice and spicy.
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good.
I shall find rooms for our respect...
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, Traveler.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Well, after all, we don't allow illegal or
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest,
Your father...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain...
no. I'll explain it myself. My father's name is Callus. Yet 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only... But strangely, he not only... That even after being seriously injured... 3 years, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of...
Ah, so that's why you're so...
That's right. I've also tried... However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our...
Wait! If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. People love watching the evil turn up.
But how could... never mind.
There is one other thing.
Oh! Her? Well, yeah. That's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Miss Clorand, as always, she knew Master Callus beforehand. There was only a...
It's not that...
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel... Yes, that is our under...
Oh, Papa. All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it... thanks. You...
Yeah. Paimon feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly. Whether it be responsibility for Spina di Rosula or... This won't do.
Paimon slept so well. This place feels almost too safe. Huh? Navia? Where did...
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and we're...
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some...
Wait, so you didn't...
How could I after having such...
guess Paimon...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps to...
Does that mean we're too...
No. There is one ray of hope, and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. If the Oceanid you met, it's...
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did...
no, it's nothing.
I guess I'm finally...
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters. Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the trial of the great magician Linny.
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me now.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Ah, thanks so much.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Nervalet. We only lied to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vache. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. If we can find him, we may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I
Who knew that Nervalet would be so easy to talk to?
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vache has been involved in any case. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy? Or just express some tendril of regret? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind... It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, you even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the cake. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated by all? Everything was hanging on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed. There are still so many things I never got to tell him. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes. I, Navia, will show you the true meaning of regret.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. You keep all kinds of things in your heart. It's not so much that you can't feel. Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief Justice. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that, but didn't find anything of value. Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then got washed away with the rain? Yeah. And if that's what had happened, then no one would have believed your dad, even if...
I really think I found a true genius for a partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier? All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get...
Yeah, we're gonna make progress for sure this time.
Do you want to go with me now? Or... Great. Let's go then.
Whoa, what a huge ship! Why would a ship be anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our tastes in exterior... A gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless future.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious past. Paimon was confused why a group with such a history would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began.
Yep, they might have it good for a while, but it ain't good to see.
Melus, we're back!
Apologies for the wait, Duma. You said before that you still had some business at...
About that. You still remember, right, Melus?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call...
Could you tell us a bit more about...
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance, it was a kind of drink that...
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the
Yes, he did. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and as he oversaw Poisson, my father was...
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred this. Not only that...
Yes, but the enemy was very... Recognizing that. The man's name was Jacques. That night, my father hosted... But then...
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit... Looking back on it, though, I now believe the... Precisely. It's all but, considering it now, You're right. We still...
Jacques was an empathetic man. I think this... On that note, however... Our opponent, even though Spina... There is no need to follow...
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he... Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful. Did he think I'd just I've never accepted that. I want to find out.
Davia.
This is indeed the best moment.
So you do know something else, Malus.
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he... And the serial disappearances, 5 years was nowhere near enough time to... Knowing all of this, but as long as you remain safe, if something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately...
Right. So nobody...
As we've seen, Boss's tactic is...
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful were still far preferable than losing...
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly. If Boss's spirit could hear you tell... I'm sure he'd be extremely...
That fool. No. He might have... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd said things... But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence that...
It's the location where Synth... When he was threatening the enemy, Boss. But if you want to use...
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and... There's no telling what might be, but a single visit to their headquarters would be... The worst case would be...
Then, in that case...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve...
Huh. That's true. But things are different now. It should be a...
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders, if the vendors didn't check after several rounds of tests, the first is Florent, Spina de Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people, thanks to his position. There's someone else like him, too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, there were only...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. It's a bit...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina de Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly, since Thierry is always in the know about...
I see. To think that the enemy we've been...
If you want to investigate...
Of course.
You're too kind, my... And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence after that incident, Jacques, what if it might help you...
Aw, thank you so much, Malus.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work together to uncover the truth.